this is a guy that you're looking at next year when you start talking about Heisman frontrunners.
Teddy is just his poise and just studying the game and just watching him play. It's just amazing how he just directs that offense.
He's a competitor. He's tough. He throws a pretty ball. He's smart.
I just let my talk show through my play.
Potential Heisman campaign. What does that feel like?
That's a great feeling, but, you know, I wouldn't be at this point right now without my teammates.
Teddy Bridgewater established himself as one of the nation's best signal callers as a sophomore last season. Threw for over 3,700 yards, 27 touchdowns, topped the 300-yard mark 6 times. Career-high 5 touchdowns in a win against Temple. Named the Big East Offensive Player of the Year. Bridgewater earning MVP honors at the Sugar Bowl as he led Louisville to a 33-23 dominating performance over Florida. One of the best young quarterbacks in the nation joining us in studio, and that is Teddy Bridgewater out of Louisville. As you just heard and saw, Heisman winner Johnny Manziel, of course, in the news. It has not been a quiet summer. Wearing that Tim Tebow jersey, going to a frat party at University of Texas in Austin, getting kicked out. Give us an idea, because you can relate to this. Being the face of a program where you're one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the country, what's that like?
It's very tough because, you know, everywhere you go, you're under that eye. You know, you're under a microscope. And today we live in a world that's, you know, an I got you world, whereas every little action, you know, will be blown and it'll go viral. So, you know, you just have to, you know, realize that your status, you know, really carries you off the field also. So you have to carry yourself, you know, the same way you carry yourself on the field.
When you see the images of him being escorted out, and then also that Twitter picture that was burning up about him being in that Tebow jersey, what's going through your mind?
Well, I haven't heard about it really, but, you know, the first thing that went through my mind was that, you know, he just had a rough summer, you know, but, you know, he can't let his summer, you know, dictate the way his season goes. And, you know, I'm a big fan of Johnny football. And, you know, I wish for nothing but the best for him.
You've had a quiet summer, and just recently you shut down your Twitter account. Why?
You know, it's about time to focus up on what I'm in college for, you know, what I'm in school for, is my education and to win championships. So, you know, right now I feel that social media is something fun to have, but, you know, when it all boils down, you know, you're here for football, and that's my primary focus.
Your last game, you were outstanding. All-State Sugar Bowl against Florida. That first pass you took a nasty hit right here. Helmet pops off. You finish the game with 266 yards, MVP. What did that hit do to you?
Well, that hit, it pretty much got me fired up. You know, I was already pumped going into the game, but being that it was on the national stage and the guy just creamed me, you know, it just got me even more mad. You know, really wanted to go out and prove a point, because we felt that going into the game, no one had given us a chance. You know, everyone had counted us out. So I just felt that, you know, that hit just woke me up, and it also woke our entire offense up.
And what did the performance mean to you as well as Charlie Strong and the Louisville program to win a game like that?
It's big for the program. You know, everyone back in Louisville always talks about the Orange Bowl team, but now that, you know, we have accomplished something, you know, a Sugar Bowl, you know, it's just big for the entire city of Louisville. You know, 2 years ago, there wasn't much pride in the city, but now that we've been winning and now that we've won the Sugar Bowl, you know, the pride has been restored. You know, everyone is just walking around and just excited about this upcoming season.
All right, Todd McShay, Mel Kiper Jr., our NFL draft experts. They have you as the #1 quarterback entering the 2014 draft. What do you think you need to work on this season?
I just have to work on, you know, becoming a complete quarterback, you know, whether that's a leader on and off the field or just polishing up the little things on the field. You know, I still feel that, you know, we're all still a work in progress, and our work is never complete. So I just feel that, you know, I just have to get back and continue to just work with Coach Watson, and he has to continue to push me.
You sacked 61 times last season. We saw you know how to take a hit in that All-State game, the Sugar Bowl. Now, Jadeveon Clowney delivered the hit of the year. Yeah. There's talk that hit in the Outback Bowl could be illegal. Is that a clean hit in your eyes?
Yeah, I think it's a clean hit, and you know, that's what comes with the game. You know, the guy missed the block, and his running back paid for it, so I believe it's a clean hit.
A quarterback saying that's a clean hit. That's saying a lot. What would a Heisman mean to you?
Well, right now, the Heisman really isn't my primary focus. You know, I'm in school, you know, everyone remembers you for the amount of rings you have. You know, I'm a firm believer of, you know, team awards, team accolades. But, You know, a Heisman would just be something to add to the program's tradition. You know, could be the possible first Heisman Trophy winner in school history. You know, that could be big. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm in college to win championships. And I'm not about the single-player awards, single-player accolades.
Your signature moment didn't come in that BCS Sugar Bowl game. It actually came in the Rutgers game. You had to win that game to get to the BCS Bowl game. In this game now, you didn't start. You're playing with a broken wrist, a right ankle sprain. You come off the bench. You lead your team to a victory. When you look back, what do you remember the most of this game?
I just remember, you know, the amount of courage it took, you know, for me to play that game. Because I was in so much doubt before the game. You know, I didn't even want to dress out. The coaches don't know that, but, you know, I was very afraid going into that game because the Rutgers players were saying that they're going to take illegal hits and try to injure me intentionally.
You didn't want to dress for that game?
Not at all, but, you know, I didn't tell anyone. Because at the time, I was thinking about my future and not about the present, the moment. So at the end of the day, I got together with our chaplain, our team chaplain, Chris Morgan, and we prayed and we talked things over. You know, you just have to live for the moment, and then you can't live for the future. You have to live for the moment.
Heady times at Louisville. The men's basketball team wins the championship. The women's team goes to the Final Four, and the Louisville football team wins 11 games plus a BCS bowl game. Teddy, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.